Have you ever felt like if you can be skinnier, everything's gonna be better? Like everyone's gonna like you more, or you're gonna get more confident in yourself? Or you tell yourself, I'm gonna do better tomorrow every time you fail the diet, and you don't even remember how many times you told yourself that. I used to be like that too. Hi, I'm Chichi. I'm nutrition grad student, and I'm here to talk a lot about intuitive eating and food freedom. My relationship with food wasn't healthy in the past. I started dieting in high school. I just genuinely believed being skinny means being more attractive, and I hoped my crush at that time will like me back if I become skinnier, which I have a lot to unpack looking back. So I started small, started eating healthier food for dinner, but then I started restricting the portion size, and I started going to breakfast that I don't really eat breakfast, and that becomes lunch that I don't really eat lunch, and it just keeps going. I had this number in my head that I couldn't go over each meal for calories, because I believed if I go over the calories, I eat more food, then I'm gonna gain weight immediately. And yes, at the time I was scared of food. And then the food started taking so much of my brain. Like I was constantly thinking, what I ate today, what I'm going to eat later tonight, what kind of food I wish I can have but I can't have. Those thoughts were constantly on my head. It was even when I was studying or when I was hanging out with my friends too. And yes, I did lose my weight, but I also lost a lot of energy. I remember one time I played tennis in high school, and one of my coaches was yelling at me to run faster for the warm-up, but I really couldn't, because physically I had no energy and I couldn't push myself at all. And the dieting or restriction started affecting my life different ways too. Like I always say no to the snacks my friends offering me, or I always say no to going out to get food with my friends after school, like just going to McDonald's to get some small snacks. I always say no. And probably from outside I looked disciplined, that I was trying to eat healthier and I was determined to look specific way. But inside I was just so anxious, gaining weight all the time. And even the times that people tell me I lost weight or I looked so good, I wasn't that happy because I never felt like that was enough. Every time I look at my body in the mirror, I always thought there's still something to lose. But then eventually my body started pushing that back. I started this weird cycle. During the weekdays I restrict as I used to do, but then on the weekends I just constantly eating. I just can't stop eating. It just felt like I couldn't stop. In those moments I remember thinking like, why can't I stop? Why do I not have discipline? Or what is wrong with me? Yes, I always told myself I'll do better tomorrow. In the following weekdays I just try to eat perfectly, try not to eat as much as I can. But then weekend comes in and I start eating and can't stop. That constant cycle was going on with me. And yes, there was some point my period stopped and I was always tired, but also constantly thinking about food still. And on the weekends I just physically felt uncomfortable because I eat so much. Sometimes my stomach is painful too, and after eating I just had a lot of shame and guilt about what I was doing, and I remember I was hiding it. I just always make sure no one's at home when I eat a lot of food, or I make sure no one that I know is watching when I'm buying a lot of snacks, and just telling myself that I can't let anyone see what I'm doing. And I just felt really lonely because I believed this was only happening to me and there's something wrong with me, that I had no self-control and I'm doing something wrong. But later on I learned there's a name on the behavior that I was doing, and I also learned so many people going through this too. I believe one of the biggest turning point for me was talking about it to other people. Before that, I just felt so ashamed about what I was doing, and I never told anyone about my cycles that I was doing. But I opened up to my mom and started opening up to my friends too. And thankfully, everyone was so supportive and understanding instead of judging me, which judging was what I was afraid of the most at that time. And that was kind of the time that I started realizing maybe problem is not me. I started learning the behaviors that I was doing. It's just my body's natural response to the restriction that I was doing for so long. Also, I had a lot of desire to lose weight or to look smaller, and that was just coming from the diet culture. And those messages that we grew up that telling us skinnier means better. Maybe you felt that way too. Like you have to learn the food, like you have to be good with food. You tell yourself, I'm gonna do better tomorrow whenever you messed up. Learning about intuitive eating and food freedom helped me rebuild the trust with my body. And now I don't really feel the noise about food on my head. If you ever felt out of control with food, or you are telling yourself, I'll start over tomorrow, I just want you to know you're not broken. And you're not lacking discipline either. Out of this, it's just coming from your body and mind stuck in food rules and dieting restrictions for a long time. And the good news is you can get out from this cycle. Like it's actually possible to feel calm around food and not be thinking about it all the time. And we're gonna talk about all of that here. But for now, you don't need to fix everything overnight. You don't need to be better tomorrow. Just start noticing what your relationship with food look like without judging it. And we're gonna talk a lot more about this in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!